We finally got some more news, guys. NBA 2K18 has just released some MyGm slash MyLeague news. Now, just from reading over everything, I could tell you that they put a lot of work into this year's MyGm slash MyLeague, man. So we're going to get right into it. Now, bear with me. It's a lot of details, but we're going to get through it quick, man. Trust me. All right. So the three words that SimBaller used to describe this year's MyGm slash MyLeague is innovation, authenticity, and engagement. So they really took this year's MyLeague to a new level. Now, first off, this year's MyGm is going to be a fully story-driven narrative, and they're calling it MyGm The Next Chapter. Every decision you make will determine the fate of your franchise. You were an NBA star who in the conference finals, game 5, got hurt, blew your knee out, and now 6 years later, you're finding your true calling to become a GM of the NBA or an NBA franchise. Now, I know that the same old story, a player gets hurt, becomes a GM or coach or whatever you want to call it. But look, man, at least we got a story this year. Some new things they added this year to the MyGm are contracts. You have Supermax contracts, which are like your Stephen Curry's $201 million max contract, or Harden's $228 million contract, which is ridiculous. You can now use those features in the MyGm mode for your players. You also have rookie scale contracts, minimum salary contracts, veteran exception, and all those things are added. So it's very much like real life NBA MyGm situations. They're adding every single contract you could think of into this year's MyGm. Now, some important news to remember this year that they changed is if you waive a player that was on your team, you cannot sign that player back until July 1st or via the NBA free agency start date. Also, a new addition this year is that they're bringing in the G League, also known as the D League for people that are new. Now, you can't play these G League games, unfortunately, but they're mainly going to be used as a tool to help your players grow and enhance their skills. Who are maybe you drafted somebody and they're not going to get a lot of playing time because let's say LeBron's there or Durant is in your starting lineup. So if there's no roster spot for on your team right now, you can send them down to the G League, aka D League, and you can let them work on their skills there. And also this year you have two-way contracts. Now, this is only available to a player who has not played more than 3 years in the NBA. And what this is he has the ability to spend 45 days with his NBA team who drafted him. And after he uses those 45 NBA days, he has to return to his NBA D League or G League team. So this is for a guy who, like I said, might not get a lot of playing time when he first get drafted. So he has the ability to spend time with the NBA team and see what it's like, pick up some skills, take some notes from veterans, and get a feel for the NBA. That's a good tool that I think they added this year, man. Also, I want to talk about the draft and stash. So that's like something like the Spurs do every year. They get these guys from overseas, they draft them. You're like, what happened to that guy? They stash him. That's all that's about. They have analytics tool, which is really cool because now, like they were saying in this picture, is you can basically see who gets the most rebounds per game in the shortest amount of minutes, and you can put those on the graph, and you can get the outliers and all that stuff, and you can see who really excels at rebounding in the NBA with this tool right here. So if you're looking to trade for a guy or pick up a guy, you can look at this tool and you can see, okay, this guy does this 5 times better than this guy, or he gets 3 more rebounds per every 28 minutes played a game than this guy. So this is a really good tool for getting those sneaky good players, man. Now, let's dive into this MyLeague news right here, man. You now have the ability to rebrand a team. And what that means is, let's say you start playing with the Los Angeles Lakers. If you want to change the way the court is, you now have the ability to change the court, add to the jerseys, change whatever you want. So it's fully customizable. I know this is a good thing for you guys who like to build these custom rosters and stuff like that. You now have the ability to change all that. Along with that, they added in all-star selection this year. So whatever team that is going to host the all-star game, you now have full control over choosing where it's going to be and how it's going to be selected. And you also have the ability to add the all-star court to any court in the NBA. And that's one thing that they changed from last year, because last year they just picked a generic court and put the all-star stuff on there. Now, according to SimBaller, they have edited every court so that you can add all-star game decals and logos to the court. That's a plus, man, to me. Also, in MyLeague Online, you can now customize every player and their accessories. And this applies to My Career and Play Now. So let's say, for example, Carmelo wears the double arm sleeves, the headband. Before, you never knew when he was going to wear his headband or how often he was going to wear his sleeves, but this year you can change those settings for people like LeBron and his headband or his arm sleeve. You can now change those settings to rarely, sometimes, often, and always. So that you can do this in My Career, Play Now, MyLeague, MyGm, all that. So now if you want to see Rondo or somebody wearing a headband all the time, you can change that. If you don't want to see him wearing his headband all the time or arm sleeve, you can change that, man. It's fully customizable. And this is for you guys that like to go out here and create these teams and edit these teams. You now have improved searching for created teams. So let's say I go out there and I make a team like Charles Barkley, 1992-93 Suns. You can now search for my created roster and my teams and players. Not only just my gamer tag or keywords, you can now use names, dates, years, gamer tags, and all that, man. And another feature they added in this year, this is going for those guys that like to create rosters and all that, is a jump shot creator edit tool. Every player, you can now change their jump shot from the release, the timing, the base, everything. You can now customize it and change it, man. It's no more looking at somebody like Joe Johnson and saying, oh my God, this guy has, that's not his jump shot. I gotta change that, man. Well, you now can change that, man. Now, another addition to the MyLeague is that you can now add more teams. So if you want to expand and add new teams to the NBA Association, you can. They gave us 10 cities that they're going to allow for you to create new teams and expand new teams. And these cities are El Paso, Fort Worth, Albuquerque, Tucson, Fresno, Virginia Beach, Colorado Springs, and Raleigh, North Carolina. All those teams can now be used to host a new NBA franchise, guys. Really excited about that, and I think that's a great addition. And another addition you can do from MyLeague, just to leave you off with this one right here, is you can create a player and add it to MyLeague. So let's say I want to go out there and create a Reggie Miller or something like that. I can now add him to MyLeague whenever I want. Or for those guys who like to keep up with the NBA season and make their MyLeague/MyGM really realistic. Let's say Anthony Davis gets traded to the Lakers mid-season. You can now go in there and you can now add Anthony Davis to the Lakers in your MyLeague and MyGM. That's what everybody's been wanting, is a more up-to-date and realistic MyGM. So instead of you sitting there and watching, let's say Carmelo gets traded mid-season. Let's say he gets traded to the Cavs, and you're sitting there playing with him on the Knicks for the rest of your MyGM/MyLeague. You're not going to enjoy that very much, man. So they now added the ability to have up-to-date or live rosters in MyLeague and MyGM. Listen, guys, this year they gave us a lot of improvements with the MyLeague and MyGM modes. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this content right here and you want more, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Or if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and I'll bring you more content, man, as promised. Anyway, guys, thank you for the support. Make sure you like the video. I'll holler at you guys later.